era of one-party dominance in India, which lasted from the late 1940s to the 1960s, is an interesting period in Indian political history. In this script, we will walk through the key aspects of this era, focusing on the first three general elections, the nature of Congress dominance, and the role of opposition parties. Let's begin by looking at the first three general elections. The first general election in India was held in 1951-52, just 3 years after India gained independence. The Congress party, under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, had already emerged as the dominant political force. In the 1951-52 election, Congress won a massive victory, securing 364 out of 489 seats in the Lok Sabha. This gave Congress a clear majority and demonstrated its strong influence across the country. The second general election in 1957 again saw Congress emerge as the biggest party, although its majority slipped a bit. Congress still secured 47.7% of the total votes and won 355 seats. The third general election in 1962 saw Congress retain its power, though this time the party's dominance started showing some signs of weakening. Congress won 361 seats, but their share of votes declined slightly. What do these results tell us? They show that Congress had firmly established itself as the political powerhouse of post-independence India, but cracks were beginning to show, especially as competition from other parties started to increase. Now, let's talk about the nature of Congress dominance at the national level. Congress was the natural choice for leadership because of its role in the freedom struggle. The party had the support of many prominent leaders who were considered the architects of modern India. Under Nehru's leadership, Congress presented itself as the party that could lead India toward development, economic growth, and modernization. It pushed forward policies such as land reforms, the establishment of public sector industries, and the promotion of secularism. But even though Congress was dominant at the national level, its hold at the state level wasn't always as strong. Uneven dominance at the state level. While Congress ruled at the center with ease, its control over the states was not uniform. States like Kerala, West Bengal, and Punjab saw the rise of regional parties that became strong challengers to Congress. For instance, in Kerala, the Communist Party of India became a major player in the 1957 election, even though Congress continued to rule at the national level. In Tamil Nadu, Congress faced challenges from the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, which later played a crucial role in regional politics. Similarly, in Bengal and Kerala, communist movements gained strength, challenging Congress's sway over the people. These shifts laid the groundwork for future political developments in India. Some of the major opposition parties included Communist Party of India, Socialist Party, and the Bharatiya Jana Sangh, the predecessor of today's Bharatiya Janata Party. The CPI, as we saw earlier, made inroads in Kerala and West Bengal, and it also had a significant presence in the working class movement across the country. The Socialist Party, on the other hand, was focused on representing the interests of the marginalized sections of society. The Bharatiya Jana Sangh, led by Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, was emerging as a strong voice for nationalism and Hindutva, challenging Congress's secular stance. So, what does the era of one-party dominance tell us? It was a time when Congress played a major role in shaping India's political, social, and economic fabric. While Congress's dominance was seen at the national level, there were regional challenges and opposition movements that laid the foundation for India's multi-party democracy. Before we wrap up, here's a question for you. Which party posed a significant challenge to Congress in Kerala in the 1957 elections? Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, Communist Party of India, Bharatiya Janata Party, or Samajwadi Party? Share the answer to this question in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe for more such interesting insights.